Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, December 28th. The time right now in Singapore is 12:57 in the afternoon. And overnight, we have market reopened after the Boxing Day holiday. And the market was pretty quiet. The only newsworthy piece of news was actually the news that China has abandoned its very strict quarantine rules for travelers. They have opened up the borders. Incoming travelers only have to take a PCR test 48 hours before arrival, and that's about it. There's no quarantine. So that was received with a very good response. However, that was not enough to excite the Wall Street, resulting Wall Street actually did not have a massive rally, which market was expecting. So the market actually opened a bit higher than last Friday's closing, but it closes on a relatively weak note, but it was nothing to crow about because it wasn't a big move as liquidity was not great. You can see the market now has the possibility of rebound, extending its rebound from 32,573 to possibly to the top side of 33,390 to 33,645 thereabout. And we can see that by and large, I think we only have 3 trading days left before we end 2022. So if you have no position and leading towards the year end, maybe you should take a break like me. So yesterday I was holding on to some position. I took some losses in some position. I took some profit on some other position. But this morning I went back in again. So I suppose it is habitual. I could not help myself. But if you can help yourself, try not to get back into the market until the dust settles and the market comes back with renewed vigor at the start of 2023. So my advice is stay out if you can. But if you're like me, then of course there is no such thing as a rest day. If the market price seems like a good price, I will get in regardless. So this is where I am right now. So but currently I have no position in equity index and totally flat. I only have position which I just took up this morning in crude oil. I repositioned my long position after taking profit last night. Okay, anyway, let's proceed. Over the S&P 500, we saw that the price actually went down from 4,100 all the way to 37.64 and a half, and then market rebound. Is there a possibility market can extend its rebound higher? Yes, I will not say no. The top side seems to be at 3,893 to 3,932 levels, and if the market can extend higher, I think this is the bracket of prices. Maybe it will be vulnerable to see the re-emergence of selling pressure and to take the market a bit lower going into 2023. Okay, and for Nasdaq, yesterday the drawdown was a little bit steeper. We can see that the fall in Nasdaq especially towards the end, was pretty sharp, and the market is now very, very close to the November low of 10,632, which in turn is very, very low, very, very near towards the year low at 10,440. If over the next 3 working days, including tonight, market cannot hold at the 10,632, then I think there is a very good chance market will just close somewhere near the low, if not a brand new low for the year. Okay, so this is a danger leading into 2023. Okay, so this is, I think, for the time being, doesn't look that bright for me. Okay, over in Hang Seng, we see the market actually rally up above 20,000, and this morning we can see 20,000, almost 1,100 points has been registered, which is a new high for this month, which is quite extraordinary, coming from the low in October at just under 14,600. So this is a massive move, okay, but still it is a 3-wave, and there's a possibility market may extend to challenge the August high at 20,283 right now. So this is not something that is must crossover. It's not significant, but on a month-to-month basis, because it's a high for August, that means that the market has recovered and claw back 4 months of losses if it can just manage to cross over to 20,285. Okay, over in the Shanghai Composite Index, the market actually was holding quite firm. Again, it is based on the idea that China has finally decided to throw in the towel and live like the rest of the world. Since we can't defeat the virus, we have to live with it. I suppose this is the new thinking in Beijing, and the market actually received this with a good by buying up equities. So the confidence is back, and rumors news report coming in is that the hour within the announcement that China is opening up its border, all the apps and websites that you can buy air tickets, they are all overwhelmed. So you can see the frustration of the Chinese after almost 3 years of intermediate lockdown. I think they just wants to go out and breathe some fresh air. Okay, and a lot of them are coming to Asia. And surprisingly, most of the bookings are not into Europe. So I think Asia is going to benefit from this wave of Chinese tourists coming out of China after almost 3 years of lockdown. So key among the places they will come, of course, will be Japan, will be Tokyo, Singapore, Malaysia, and not sure elsewhere. But these are the 4 countries that I see that the bookings have actually surged. Okay, relatively nobody wants to go to Europe, and not many wants to go to the United States. There are some bookings for UK, but that's about it. Okay. And we can see the Shanghai Composite Index actually raised up to just under 3,100 this afternoon at midday. There's a chance that it will extend higher later in the afternoon. Let's see what happens if the market can extend beyond 3,132. Okay. Over in the Nikkei 225, you can see the market did not go up. Actually, it comes back down, and it was quite a big down because from Tuesday's closing to this morning opening, there was a gap down to the downside. But I highly doubt the market will take out 26,000. Okay, if this 26,100 cannot hold, then obviously it's going to go towards the 25,621, which is the October low. That means to say the market has risen for more than a month, and now it has lost back almost everything that it gained in November, and looks like it may even lose whatever little gain from the October low. So this is not a good sign for the Nikkei going to 2023. Over in currency, we can see the dollar versus the yen continue to surge higher. We can see this morning the dollar yen is a 134.40, and it is previously there was this support line. The market actually broke down below, and then now market is climbing back up. I think it's going to be resisted along this support and resistance line. Technically, this is where I think the market may actually peaks, because it's also within a price of range in which I think it is quite vulnerable to selling pressure. This level is 134 to 134.80. So if this particular bar, which is a 4 hours time frame, if this particular bar close as a red color by the end of this bar, then I think it's setting the stage for lower prices, maybe to challenge and break the 130.57 so far. Okay, so the key level here is 130.39. In my chart here, 130.39 is the point of invalidation. If that point is taken out, the entire picture for dollar yen looks bearish and no longer bullish. So for time being, it is just hanging for dear life. Let's see whether it can manage to hang on over the next 3 days. Okay. Sterling versus the dollar could not hold on to his gain at one stage yesterday. It looks like it's going to rally higher to 121.65, but again, it couldn't hang on and slide back towards last week's low at 1.20. And my target has all along been 1.19 to 1.1778. Okay, so obviously the first target 1.19, and if 1.20 cannot hold, I think it's logical for the market to drop another 100 pips to 1.19. And if this level still cannot hold, I think it's going to gun ultimately for this low here at 1.1780. Okay, so this is my medium-term target. Obviously, if you're not already sold, this is definitely not the point to sell now right now. So you can just watch. Okay. Over in euro versus dollar, this has been a frustration for me because I was short euro dollar for quite some time now, but the market has been persistently sideways. Yesterday I threw in the towel. I didn't want to wait anymore, and the market went up to 106.70 before it pulls back. Now the market is sitting resting on this very minor support line. Unless this line is taken out, my original target at 1.0225 looks like it's going to be a very long way away. So maybe I'll take a look again, maybe come 2023. For the time being, I think I'm going to wash my hand of currencies for time being. Aussie dollars actually also bounced. Okay, there's a 3-wave rebound to 0.6760 before it stabilized. Again, the market right now is sitting on this near-term support line. Hopefully, it can hold this market for the market to challenge higher. But by and large, I do see the dollar rallying. And if that's the case, I think all other currencies may come back down. Okay. Canadian dollars. Canadian dollars has been unfortunately been pulling back down deeper than I expected. Last night low was 1.3480, and the market now is experiencing a bit of a rebound. Still too early to call for the break of this very near term, very sharp. I will call it a very sharp resistance line. Let's see whether it can actually sustain. If market can sustain strongly above this line here, near term, I think the market may have found a bottom at 134.80 last night. Okay. Let's go ahead to look at crude oil. Crude oil had a good run. Crude oil has a three-wave equality rebound at $81.18. This is also where I took profit on all my existing long position, which was quite a handsome night for me. I took in something like $3,500, but it was it could have been done better. So this morning I see the price has pulled back a little bit. I was looking at the very, very short-term chart, and I have repositioned my long position, hoping the market will go back to $83. But this is a very speculative long, not recommended, because the market has already moved up to my target price, having a three-wave equality move. There is always the danger market unraveling. So if you have no position currently, maybe you should not take this risk like what I do. Okay, so I think I have the benefit of taking some meaningful profit. Hopefully this is enough to compensate for any drawdown. My risk is below $77, by the way. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a gold market. Gold market actually has a spike up December high. This is a new high last night at 1,833.30 cents. Remember, I've been talking about the December 27 date, which is last night. That's when the options and futures on precious metal actually expires simultaneously on COMEX, and that caused the price to surge as expected. So, I was originally holding on to short position, but at some point I didn't want the position anymore, so I cut loss. So I took some losses on my gold trade, but more than compensated by my gain in crude oil. So it wasn't a very fruitful day, although it was no harm done for me. Okay, so but this is a little bit unfortunate, because I was expecting a dip down before it goes up. The dip never come. Okay. Over in silver, we do not have a new high compared to last week. Last week high was $24.30. Yesterday night high was $28.5. So it did not quite surpassed the previous week high, and now it's pulling back. But by and large, you can see the structure remains very, very bullish. The pullback has been very, very shallow so far. So there is no saying that it can pull back more. So again, I'm still looking for the possibility of buying below $23 or $23 there about, if the market can come to those levels. But based on the structure of this move here, I think it's a little bit of a long shot for the market to come back to $23. But anyway, we can all be hopeful. Hopefully, maybe if I can't buy it now, over the next 3 days, maybe I can buy sometime in 2023. Okay. Now, over in cryptocurrency, there are hardly any move. Market mostly pull back. It does look like Bitcoin on the 4 hours time frame looks like it may be a positioning for another rally back to 17,300 to 17,500 levels. So this is an equality move if it unfolds as such. But there's no real incentive to go back into cryptocurrencies unless interest rates come back down. For a time being, that is not going to be something that we can take it to the bank. Okay. Over Ethereum, we also have a pullback, but this pullback was actually quite nice. Low this morning was at $1,187.44. Sorry, which is within my expected range of target for the market to hold, which is $1,183 to $1,193. So it sits right in between. And right now, if the market rebound from here can sustain, I think there's still a possibility of market going back to 1,246 to 1,263 levels. So we will see if this bound actually happens. But by and large, there is no incentive to stay long for much longer. Okay. The only exception is Ripple. Ripple rebound was a lot sharper than the normal equality move. So that gives rise to the possibility we may see another challenge of this 0.3731, this yesterday high, to perhaps to challenge the 0.3832 levels. Okay, so if this is the case, there's a 5-wave rally, and then what happens, then we will wait for the 3-wave to pull back and then buy near where the current price is for another leg up to challenge the December high at 0.3970. Okay. Binance Coin, nothing much happened. The market has been sidelining, still looking for some kind of catalyst. But by and large, I think if this market here is the structure does suggest that there's a possibility of market rallying up to 270, 1 to 280 levels. So we see if this actually pans out the way I think it may do. Okay. Dogecoin is struggling. This morning, the market went up 0.0709. Did not quite take out the December 20th low, okay, which is 0.07 even. So, but you have already taken out the November high. So we have to see that this market is pretty weak. At the very most, another bounce, see the market back at 0.08. So this is about the top side we can see for Dogecoins. It will have to move on its own power. Okay. Whereas Cardano seems to be appear to be setting up for another rally, although price is pulling back right now. Unless you take out the December low at 0.247, I think the market may have a chance to experience another surge to 0.273 to 278 level. Okay. Solana is also hanging on for dear life, continue to slide, and I think this slide is gaining speed. Okay, and at the rate it is going, it's hard to see where it's going to hold. Okay. Let me maybe refer you to the daily time frame to get some kind of perspective. There's nothing here, nothing. Okay, this is all-time low. So okay, let's forget about calling for a high. This high here is not going to come anymore. Okay, market is just trying to find a bottom somewhere. So this one is a very, very bearish looking chart because it has taken out all the lows and now it seems to be charting new lows. Okay, so watch out for this move here. Polygon is just taken out a minor support line. So if that's been the case, there's a very good chance it will go back and challenge the December low so far, which is last traded on December 20th at 0.7576. So if this price cannot hold, I think it's going to join Solana searching for new low for the year. Okay, so there I have it for you today. Tomorrow we will continue updates. Then Friday, that's it, end of the year. Okay, in the meantime, take care and have a good day. Bye bye.